So Framework OS Plus is a writing tool. It's designed to help you write content that's viral based on very well-proven frameworks for writing. And so it comes with viral writing frameworks for X. This is over 50 different proven writing frameworks that are popular on the X platform. And so you can see here's all these different, they're kind of like templates sort of. And I'll show you how you use these in a moment. If we go back here, you also have a drafting section. This is very similar to my tweets inside of Content Engineer, but it's just for writing, essentially. You also have access to Framework GPT. Now, this only comes with the Plus version of Framework OS. So if you have just the basic Framework OS, you won't see this. You'll see something that looks similar, but it'll be asking you if you want to upgrade it. So if you have the upgraded version, you actually have a custom GPT that I created, and it's trained on all of those writing frameworks. So if we go back here, I'll show you what that looks like. Let's say you wanted to create a new post based on a viral writing framework. All you're going to do is you're just going to go down here and find a framework that you like. Let's say we picked this one. Here's the framework. Okay. Basically, all you need to do, if you decide I want to use this framework, I've got some idea I want to use this framework for it, you just hit draft this, and it's going to send that framework to the drafts folder or the drafts database. And from there, you can continue to work on this tweet. So, okay, so we won't edit it anymore, but if you wanted to retitle this, you can do that easily. The status is automatically going to be unscheduled. You can state whether it's a thread or a tweet. Also, again, if you want to draft stuff down here, just remember that nothing down here is going to pull into the calendar. Only stuff from up here is going to go to the calendar. Now, if you're not ready to post it, no worries. You just click out of it. And if you go back to the drafts folder, it will be in here. So there it is right there. If you are ready to schedule it, then all you have to do is hit schedule. And again, what this is going to do is it's going to send it to the calendar inside of Framework OS. So I'm going to add a date to it just for the sake of example here. Again, we'll use the 17th. So this is going to send it to this calendar back here. So you'll see it right there. So this is not the same calendar as the Content Engineer calendar. If you have Content Engineer, then it has a master calendar. But there is a way to connect these two databases, which I will show you. It's already kind of done for you. So if you go back into this post here, if you're ready to post this to X, all you have to do is copy it like this and then click Post to X. It will take you to your page where you can then just paste your tweet in there, right? I won't do that, but that's what you would do. And then if you want to post it to the master calendar, and keep in mind you can only do this if you have access to Content Engineer, but if you have Content Engineer Pro and this is connected to it, so you just send to master calendar, and then if you have Content Engineer, it will go back into here, and you'll see that tweet down here. Actually, it was this one, the framework one, right? Now, really quickly, I want to show you what Framework GPT looks like. If you have Framework GPT is a custom GPT that will help you write viral content based on the viral frameworks that I've provided. So I've trained this GPT on all of the viral writing frameworks inside of viral writing frameworks for X, as well as about 100 other ones. And it's really, really easy to use. So all you have to do is you can tell it to write a tweet or a thread. You can let the Framework GPT pick a random framework for you, or you can craft a tweet based on your ideal audience, and you can learn more about writing frameworks. If you just bought Framework GPT and you don't have the frameworks themselves, the writing frameworks themselves, and you'd like them, you can buy them from here. If you already have Content Engineer Plus or Pro, or if you have Framework OS of any version, then you automatically get all of those writing frameworks. Let's say we want to write a thread so we can see how this works, or let's say a tweet. Actually, it'll be simpler. So we'll start by clicking on that. It's going to ask us if we want to write a tweet or a thread. So we're just going to say we want to write a tweet. Okay, now it wants to know who our audience is. So we'll say that our audience is, let's say, fitness enthusiasts. You could pick anything. I picked homeschool moms recently. It doesn't matter what you pick. It'll come up with something. what kind of voice do you want? So it's going to ask you what voice you want to write in. Do you want to write in motivational, educational, and so on. So you can pick any style of voice that you want to be writing in. We'll just say motivational because that tends to work well with the fitness niche, right? Okay, so again, if you want to find any more of the products that I have, including all of the frameworks, you can go to that link. It'll occasionally give you this link in here. Otherwise, it's going to ask you if we want to use a specific tweet framework or if this should suggest a framework for us. Now, if you already have the frameworks, right? So let me go back here. If you have access to Framework OS or if you've independently bought this, you can just grab a framework from inside of here if you'd like. You can pick this, you would just copy this thing in here, and then you go back to Framework GPT and you tell it that you want to use this framework. If you don't have a framework, then you can just have Framework GPT select one for you. It's already trained on all those frameworks anyway, plus more, so let's just ask it to come up with one. So it's going to come up with a framework that is going to work well with the type of content that we're trying to create. And see how this is a framework. So it doesn't have anything filled in, but it's going to give us some examples of what that might look like. It always is going to give you 3 different frameworks. Let's use this third one. Okay, so now if we like this, all we have to do is copy it, and we can take it back into our other workflow, or we can go just paste it directly into Twitter if we want, or we can ask it to rework this or whatever you want. So if you have access to Framework OS Plus or Framework OS actually of any version or Content Engineer, then you can schedule that response by just creating a new draft inside of the drafts database. So you could hit quick draft like this. You would paste the text that ChatGPT gave you, delete anything that's related to the description. So that would be the tweet that we'd want to do, and then we could say that's a tweet. And then if we want to schedule it, so we can say this is like 90%. That's just for reference. All right, if we could schedule it like this, and then we can set it for a date. Let's set it for the 18th this time. So now if we go back to the calendar, we'll see it. There it is. And so then if we want to send it to X at some point in the future, all we have to do is copy this, and then we just click Post to X, and of course we just paste it in. And we'll probably have to format it because X doesn't like copy paste, but that's the deal.